don't have the love of comics like these older writers had. And all they care about is, how can I put myself in the book? No, we don't care what you would do if you were Iron Man. We don't care who you are. You're writing Tony Stark. You're not writing yourself in a book. If that's the case, write your own comic with you in it. No one will read it because nobody cares. People are growing up loving Peter Parker, loving Miles Morales, loving all these Captain America. We don't need you to put your input in it. Just write Steve Rogers. Don't write Steve Rogers. What would Steve Rogers be if I was Steve Rogers? That's not how it works. But that's again how most of these new people write nowadays. That's why most of the stuff is shit.
The Post, it flies. The news. Look, Ma, no wires. The Times, blue bomb buzzes metropolis. The Planet. We're sitting on top of the story of the century here. I want the name of this flying whatchamacallit to go with the Daily Planet like bacon and eggs. Franks and beans, death and taxes, politics and corruption.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. It is I, Decrepit, the hooded lad in the corner of the cantina, and we are back once again with another episode of Hang Out with Your Floppy, the Monday stream where we talk comic news, superheroisms, and review all of our favorite books, trades, and strips. Before we get started, guys, make sure you guys like the stream. We need everybody's help to push the algorithm forward, so be sure you go ahead and like the stream. Share the stream as well on all your social media platforms if you so choose to. We would greatly appreciate it over here. Be sure to get in tuned and join the conversation in the comment section, whether you're watching this live and or watching this on the replay. Shout out to all the replay crew. But yeah, man, hope everybody's having a good Monday night. There's plenty of things to talk about tonight. A lot of things have been dropping. We're going to be getting started, but first, real quick, let's shout out to a couple people that were in the chat before we started up the stream. We got Double A in the building. He said, "Hail, what's up, Double A? Good to see you." Shout out to Double A. Oddball's also in the building. What's up, Oddball? Good to see you. Hail to you. All right, we're gonna have a bit of a slow start, and people will trickle in. Lots of other people are streaming tonight, but that's no worries. The show must go on. So, first off, guys, we're gonna go ahead and start off the show a little bit on the somber side, a little bit of a lower tone. We're not gonna get too crazy to kick off. Let's get some of the more serious stuff out of the way first of all, as we mosey on through. Unfortunately, we ended up suffering a loss in the pop culture sphere tonight, or today, I should say. Today being, what's today? Today is Monday, May 18th, 2026. And Tom Kane, Mr. Tom Kane passed away, unfortunately. Those that aren't familiar with Mr. Tom Kane's work, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with him, regardless whether you knew it was him or not. But Mr. Tom Kane is responsible for a lot of the most iconic voices that you've probably heard growing up throughout your childhood. Famously known, of course, first and foremost as Professor Utonium from the Powerpuff Girls TV series. That show, I think it was running from, I want to say, like the late 90s, early 2000s is when Powerpuff Girls started out. Don't pelt me. Don't pelt me in the comment section if I don't remember off the top of my head. But I do know that Powerpuff Girls did start a little bit earlier on, definitely when I was in elementary school time. But yeah, he was Professor Utonium and Powerpuff Girls. Also, for all my Star Wars fans in the chat, that's probably most of you guys, he voiced Yoda from the 2003 Tartakovsky Clone Wars series, the Clone Wars micro series. So shout out to Mr. Tom Kane for being an iconic character. He went on to voice Yoda in many other renditions of Star Wars properties, one of them also being the voices Yoda from the 2008 Clone Wars series. Those of us that don't necessarily recognize TCW as like the true canon of Clone Wars, we can sympathize and we can say, hey man, like, you know, he at least went out there and he was getting paid by Lucasfilm for quite some time after the fact of doing the iconic Yoda from the Clone Wars that we recognize as our true canon. But regardless, it's pretty cool to see him voicing still in the Star Wars realm, you could say. He also was voicing many other renditions of Yoda in like Lego animated short films and mini series, you could say. I want to say there was the Yoda Chronicles or the Padawan Chronicles. I can't remember that off the top of my head, but he was the main voice of Yoda in that one. We also have his credentials lying up. For those that didn't know, I myself am a huge Robot Chicken fan, and I was actually shocked by this one to see that Mr. Tom Kane voiced C-3PO and Yoda from the Robot Chicken series. Anytime that they were parodying or making fun of Star Wars in their show, anytime you saw C-3PO or Yoda being parodied on Robot Chicken on the screen, that was Mr. Tom Kane's voice behind the magic on that. So shout out to Mr. Tom Kane for voicing a surprise little credit that I didn't even know he was a part of. I should have realized that. I should have guessed. I should have known, right? Following that on his long line of credits, we can't go through them all because we'd be here all night, but there was also Mr. Lord Monkey Fist from the Kim Possible cartoon. That was another one that I didn't even know about as well. So shout out to Mr. Tom Kane for doing another iconic animated series. I think he also had work as the Jimmy Neutron movie trailer announcer. I think that's the case of what I was looking through on IMDb earlier today. And also, too, guys, the one that really took me for a loop, like I had no idea, and you can see it right here on the screen right here on the bottom right. He voices Mr. Jim Gordon in the Batman Arkham Asylum video game. That one was like a shock to me, guys. I had no idea he voiced that character. Like what a list of credentials, what a rap sheet to leave behind. Like this is just amazing work, honestly. As you can see on the screen as well, guys, there's also like animated credits for him in like Marvel series such as Magneto, Ultraman, Iron Man. I'm not too familiar with that. Some guys can educate me in the chat. There's a lot of more Marvel fans heavier Marvel fans, I should say, than me out there, and they could definitely educate me on that further. But yeah, Mr. Tom Kane, I didn't know that he was in poor health because apparently, like, not to put too much of his business out there because we're here to celebrate his life and everything that he achieved, but apparently in late 2020 he suffered from a stroke, and that really hindered on his voice performing career. So I think that was the main cause of him taking a step back from the limelight and the voice acting and all of that stuff in the business. So I did not know that he was in a little bit of poor health following after that stroke. So unfortunately, that's what had happened, and I don't know the cause of his death as of this exact moment, I should say. But regardless, it's tragedy to lose such an iconic and such a legendary figure in the realm, in the world that is voice actors. So we just wanted to start this off with saying rest in peace to a legend, Mr. Tom Kane. He will be greatly missed, and thank you so much for your contribution to the Star Wars universe. May the Force be with all of his family and friends as they go through this hard time, and he is now one with the Force. Mourn and do not miss, rejoice for those who get to travel and become one with the Force. They get to transcend, and they're no longer in pain. So rest in peace to Mr. Tom Kane. And real quick in the chat before we move on to the next thing, I know everybody's dropping their condolences. Rest in peace to Mr. Tom Kane from AA. We got Brandon the Awesome is in the building. He said, rest in peace, Tom Kane. Yep, shout out. John Getz Gaming is also in the building. He said, A Decrepit. Yes, that was it. I was there. And then we got a shout out to Mr. February 2099 is also in the chat tonight. He said, RIP to the GOAT. So shout out to February 2099. Brandon said, I think I'll be playing Arkham Asylum, especially since Tom Kane was involved. Yeah, that's definitely a nice little push, nice little reason to delve into the Arkham series. Those video games are highly addicting. Though the franchise alone, put pieced together by Rocksteady, they really handcrafted that universe. And I have my critique for uh, Arkham Knight as being the last entry into the series for that Batman video game story, but we won't get into it right now. But yeah, so we'll. I always thought it was done by Anthony Daniels, no matter what the product. I'm not sure exactly. I just saw the credits for Robot Chicken when I saw his name being mentioned in some of the credits, and yeah, apparently he voiced 3PO and Yoda in the Robot Chicken show. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we'll move on from there. But I just wanted to start this off with a big rest in peace to Mr. Tom Kane. So we'll stop sharing that photo. Next on the agenda, guys, we're going to be moving into some debaucherous nature of things. We can go ahead and let's have a laugh real quick now that we got a little bit more of the somber, serious stuff taken care of. We just had to acknowledge that real quick. But one of the things that I saw recently make the headlines for some news is going to really tickle your fancy. It's really going to make you guys chuckle. So let's go ahead and let's move on into our first segment for the night, into the Hooded Lad Gazette. All right. So first order of business tonight for our news, I should say. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. Oh, God damn it. I got hit with a whole sneeze attack right now. Oh, hold on. Good God. Trying to make everything smooth and then a sneeze attack hits you out of nowhere. My apologies. So anyway, for the next order of business on our news segment, they announced a Kylo Ren comic book for everybody to get riled up over. And I didn't even know that this was going to be a thing, but apparently we have to fill in some more blanks and to get into the discussion further of why Kylo Ren is such a badass and why he deserves more of a spotlight than so many of the legacy characters that Disney decided to fucking kill off in their horrible attempts at making Star Wars films. So let's go ahead and get into this article real quick. 1 second. Let me get something settled on my end and we'll go ahead and move through. Okay, guys. All right. So this article states, this is coming from AIPTcomics.com, and this article reads as follows, say, quote, Kylo Ren's final transformation revealed in new Star Wars series for August of 2026. This August, Marvel and Lucasfilm joined forces to complete Kylo Ren's saga in Star Wars: The Fall of Kylo Ren, a 5-issue comic series by Charles Soule and Will Sliney. So, real quick, Charles Soule and Will Sliney, those names have popped up here and there when I've discussed a few of the comic book reviews that we've done in the past episodes of Hang Out With Your Floppy. And while I don't know too much about Charles Soule, Will Sliney, I think I've definitely critiqued him harshly for a few of the decisions and routes that he's gone when he's attached to certain characters and certain projects that have come out, especially from Marvel and Star Wars properties. So this already doesn't bode well, in my opinion, because I don't hold him in high esteem. So let's go ahead and see what this article reads. They're really pushing for this advertisement right now, whatever this new project that they're trying to push. Anyway, this article reads as follows: Kylo Ren's path in the sequel trilogy cemented him as one of the most complex and tragic figures in the Star Wars universe. Now, Marvel Comics continues his story with a new limited series. I bet it's going to only last to issue 6? Typical shit, right? Typical shit for failing Marvel comic runs that don't really go surpass the hype that they're all artificially building up. Following his work on Star Wars Rise of Kylo Ren and Star Wars Legacy of Vader, writer Charles Soule reunites with artist Will Sliney for Star Wars The Fall of Kylo Ren. Okay, there we go. There is the answer, guys, right there. 5-issue series launching in August. They have to do 5 issues because they probably couldn't even meet the quota for the minimum of 6 issues when that horrible Rise of Kylo Ren and Legacy of Vader ventures that they tried to throw out there at us didn't do all that great. They didn't do great. So, of course, 5 issues is going to be a little bit of a drawback, and I already know that this isn't going to go that well. I'm going to be looking at my local shop and seeing if they're even selling issues of this when it first releases in August. So, the article follows saying, the story follows Ben Solo after his galaxy-spanning search for answers tied to Darth Vader. As he returns to the First Order stronger and more driven, as Supreme Leader, Kylo begins shaping the galaxy to his will in a story that leads directly into Rise of Skywalker, shedding new light on his motives and ultimate fate. So, right along there, they're doing the same shit that they did with Darth Maul. We already know where Disney canon takes Darth Maul, right? Into the fucking Tatooine desert, dying at the hands of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Kylo, we know his fate. He ends up dying in the fucking arms of Rey after giving all of his all at the final conflict versus Darth Sidious, right? I am all of the Sith. I am all of the Jedi. Kylo Ren dies. Kiss me, baby. I don't want to fucking relive it, but you get the gist, right? So they're going to do the whole thing of giving us a story of a character that we've already seen the ending of, and they're thinking that they can go ahead and fill in the blanks and make the character come off more full, more better, more driven. Adam Driver, haha, iconic, ironic, right? But I'm telling you that this is just typical Disney filler shit. This is going to amount to nothing. No one's going to have a new light or a new outlook on this character after this series drops. This is going to be a nothing burger. This isn't going to do shit for the character of Kylo Ren. Sequel trilogy didn't do shit for Star Wars. It did immense damage to Star Wars, and Kylo Ren is the only saving grace according to the shills. So that's why they want the Ben Solo movie to happen so badly. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep on with this article. The series centers on Kylo's rise to power amid chaos within the First Order. Yeah, because, I mean, I've only watched Rise of Skywalker once, but it seemed like when they're depicting this whole film that Kylo Ren didn't really run shit when it came to the First Order. He didn't really run any of that. Even when Snoke got killed in Last Jedi, like all of these commanders, they were just like scared of him because he's just a whiny little bitch that just throws temper tantrums. And it's not even the same thing because I've heard shills try to compare with the fact that, oh, well, Vader heard stuff that he didn't like and then he would just kill officers. That's different. The whole way that Kylo is treated, even on the tones that you watch it in Force Awakens, Kylo Ren is treated like a joke. Stormtroopers see him taking it out on a bunch of machinery and equipment in a room, and you see there's a little comedic Marvel moment that's filmed on screen for you guys to laugh at and giggle when the two stormtroopers see the flashing of the lightsaber in the room and then just slowly back away and go the other way in the hallway. Ha ha, we all laughed. They're scared of him. Big fucking deal. But I have to push the fact that he's not taken seriously, man. Even General Hux looked at him like with no respect, and that was like what, number 2 in the First Order before Snoke got killed in Last Jedi. Regardless, I'm saying this that Kylo Ren's a joke. He's a joke to the real fans. He's a joke to the Disney fans, even though they don't want to admit it. And he's a joke to his own fucking whole regime of the First Order that he's trying to supposedly, quote unquote, command. Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear it. All right. It follows saying the series centers on Kylo's rise to power amid chaos within the First Order. Okay, we got that. As Generals Hux and Pride maneuver for control, Kylo responds with ruthless precision, forcing unity through fear and stamping out opposition. So they make him sound like more of a badass, apparently, in this comic. He's not going to come off how he does in the show, or the movie. He's going to be way more cooler. They're going to write him cool, and that's going to redeem his character. The conflict marks a turning point for all 3 characters, setting the stage for a more dangerous and unstable regime under Kylo's rule. The story of Kylo Ren and Ben Solo, of course, always felt huge to me. Charles Soule shared. Oh, what a liar. What a effing liar. Oh, gosh. Well, he did write the other 2 stories of the Kylo Ren series, so this guy must really have a hard-on for the leader of the Knights of Ben. It was clear that a great deal was out there to explore beyond the moments provided by the films, and it's been such a pleasure and a challenge to deliver new tales for one of the prominent villains in Star Wars. I'm thrilled I get to do it one more time. I bet you are, because you want that fucking check. Excuse my language. And even more so that I get to reunite with the incredible Will Sliney. Suck his cock. Who kicked things off with me on The Rise of Kylo Ren all those years ago. First the rise, then the reign, now the fall. Twice the pride, double the fall. They could never. It just feels right. That's honestly like that's a nothing right thing. Of course it's a no brainer for Charles Soule to come back for an epicenter and like what's the word, epilogue. You could say an epilogue of his final story that he's been piecing together for Marvel Star Wars. So I don't know who's actually going to be reading this. We can scope out the shills and see if they're actually talking about this or if they're just using this as content to further push their Disney Plus agenda. But we all know the real reason. This is going to wrap up. It's a short article, I promise you. The final thing says, this is the one book I've been dying to get back on, I'm sure. Sliney said, ever since Charles and I worked on The Rise of Kylo Ren, we knew we were a part of something special. To be honest, I've never experienced a fan group so excited for the story. What fan group? Where's information? What fan group? Is a quality behind the scenes. Charles and I have been talking about the fall of Kylo Ren for a long, long time. I'm sure you have. Well, you know what? They probably have been talking about this longer than J.J. Abrams talked about writing the script for the movies that he was in charge of. So that might be true. Quote saying, the story we got to tell in Rise is such a key part in the story of Ben Solo. Fall is the same. I'm thrilled to be back drawing it. I can't wait until this gets out into people's hands. Fans can also check out the main cover by Phil Noto along with the variant by Luke Ross and pre-order Star Wars The Fall of Kylo Ren at their local comic shop now. Nah, I'm good. So you have this lame-ass cover for the first one right here, and then the second one. Gosh, dude, like what a not intimidating looking motherfucker, right? What a non-intimidating looking saber wielder. I'm just gonna leave this right here because that's pretty much the article wrap up. But let's go ahead and let's hear you guys in the chat real quick because I was ignoring you. But what a joke though, right? What a joke. They have to further flesh out these stories to make them sound more feasible when you digest the films again. But I don't know who would be rewatching the sequel trilogy. Nobody with a fucking brain, mind you. I gotta scroll back up to chat. All right. Double A said Soilo Ren. Brandon said Krylo Ren. Who cares about what Jason Solo wanna be? I wouldn't even put Jason's name next to this guy. Charles Soule is the one behind the Luke with the yellow lightsaber comic, including in his duel with Vader. He's responsible for that one. Oh, makes sense. I should have known. John Getz said, wait, but some rumors said they were decanonizing the sequels. Haha. They still honor the sequel movies. Nah, they're not decanonizing the sequel trilogy. If you guys think that's happening, like, get real. Come on. They have too many irons in the fire for these characters that they've created in the sequel content, and Baby Yoda and Mandalorian. They're never getting rid of any of it. Double A said, hey, Shills, how's the Bring Back Ben Solo movement coming along? Crickets. I think there was a when the Mandalorian and Grogu premiere was happening for all those shills and those retards that are sucking this movie off that's coming out, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. There was actually a truck scene around the premiere that said Ben Solo or something about the bring Ben Solo back. So I did see that being a report somewhere. They're still trying to get that to happen, dude, but it's not going to happen. John said, and the shills wanted Ren to be a villain for this episode 9 after he got destroyed twice. Yep. They always wanted to bring him back, and then they got him back, didn't they? Brandon said, modern Marvel is so pathetic. You got Dan Slott begging people to buy a Spider-Man book, and Miles Morales fans trying to defend his comics, always ending at 46. Well, I couldn't tell you, man. I'm not really much of a digester of Marvel. Double A said, fake Darth Cadus. Yes, exactly. Yep. Brandon said, never forget that Kylo Ren has no actual motivation for doing anything during the Disney trilogy. Exactly. Double A said he struggled with Finn and then Rey. That's all you need to know how bad this character is. The scavenger. resisted you. She is stronger than the Force, and she realizes. Oh, I hate those fucking movies. I legit haven't seen a single shill talk about the comic series on X. You know what? Jacob, J.I. Jacob, he talked about one of the Rise of Skywalker comic books, but that was like a year ago or so. I haven't seen anything from that motherfucker posted again. Double A said the Raylos fandom or theory, he loves Kylo Ren. Yeah, he does. The artwork is atrocious. Yeah, this artwork is pretty bad. I'll get it off screen so you guys don't have to subject yourselves to anymore. But yeah, that was somebody talking about. There's a few articles that popped up about this Kylo Ren comic book, and no one really cares, dude. So, all right, we'll get back to it right here for a moment. Let's take a breather, and then we'll get into our next topic. You guys are going to like the next topic too. February said, will we get a Tom King rant tonight? Maybe with the next thing we talk about, because right now we're discussing a few news things that just recently happened. Not too long of a show tonight, but definitely a couple things that we had to go over. Next order of business. Who saw that Lanterns trailer come out though? I know you did, because I did. Yeah, man, we got another Lanterns trailer this morning, and I think this was simply a reactionary trailer. They saw all the backlash, they saw the articles, they saw the YouTubers crying on their video channels talking about how there's no green in my Lantern trailer. And I think this trailer was pure fan service when I watched it for the first time. I definitely think that they showed a little bit more green in this, or they edited more green to appease some people, but this is more of like a in your face, here's your green, throw the plate on the table and walk away stomping your feet kind of thing. So the Lanterns official teaser 2 came out today on the 18th of May, and we're going to go ahead and look at some still shots from this trailer and just break it down a little bit. But first, real quick, before we do that, let's I don't have a clip just yet for when we talk about like trailer breakdowns, but there's like a little transition clip that I had threw up together for shits and giggles. Oh no, StreamYard's saying it's too short. Oh, you bastards. Fuck you, StreamYard. All right, we'll go ahead and get into it anyway. Just give me one moment, guys. All right. All right, I was muted that whole time. My bad. I was saying, let me know if you guys see this on screen. We're gonna go ahead and look at some still shots from this Lanterns trailer, guys. This is the official teaser 2 of Lanterns. Here we go.
This ring, it's the greatest weapon in the universe.
So right here off the jump, let's go ahead and look at this. I saw that people were trying to say that this right here being shown off is Red Lantern constructs. Now, in my opinion, I don't think that's the case particularly. I think this could be like some kind of like targeting beam from a energy weapon, from like an alien life form kind of deal. I don't think they're going to full on flesh out and go straight for Red Lanterns this soon in a very I guess you could say an experimental project that they're piecing together for this character in this series. I don't think they're going to go Red Lantern. So I've seen a few people state that they think this is Red Lantern energy, like construct energy, and I might be disagreeing with that. I don't think that's the case for this right here.
When and if to use it, that's the whole ball game, Junior.
So right off the bat too, I don't get where they're coming up with this whole like one ring between the two of these guys is how this is going down. Like this has been Hal's ring the whole time, and now Jon Stewart is like coming up to plate to take over the ring for Hal. But Hal's not dead. I just don't understand that case. Like I really don't. So they're still pushing this narrative of the whole one ring between the two lanterns, and it doesn't make sense to me a whole lot.
When and if to use it, that's the whole ball game, Junior.
So right there, we have more construct stuff, more close-ups of the ring. I don't think this is an actual frame for the show. I don't think they would be zooming in on this part in particularly. Like I said, I think this was pieced together and this was edited and strategically in a way to really like put more of the green stuff on screen because they want to be like, okay, fanboys, shut the fuck up. Here's your green stuff. And no, like you can't fool us. You're not gonna win me over, at least for simple little card and hat tricks like this. This isn't what we were talking about.
That's the whole ball game, Junior.
Did you just use that ring to counterfeit money?
No.
So right there, that was a separate cut showing off the counterfeit bill being placed in a jukebox, and then he's back at the bar. So I don't think that response was supposed to be melded together with this one, but that's whatever. Like I'm saying, I think this is crafted in particularly to cater to people that bitched about the backlash from, or that were the focus of the backlash from the last trailer. So that's in my opinion. I just this doesn't come off genuine.
No.
Tell me how you got it. The ring.
See, like, look at all these little close-ups of the ring. Like, the ring is half of this trailer right here. The ring, the ring, the ring.
You know how I got it. I sure as hell didn't interview for it.
Oh, well, shit, maybe you should have.
So, look at that construct. Like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna follow this up after we like cover this trailer. There's something that I'm gonna bring up, and I'm gonna be a little bit very what's the word I should say? I guess I should say I'm going to be very remorseful on something that I've judged in the past. Let's just say that.
Oh, well, shit, maybe you should have. Power like that, shouldn't you have to work for it?
I've been doing this since you were a baby. The only way you're gonna get this ring is over my dead fucking body.
So we have this whole piece together. John's been watching Hal since a child. Right here, we later on down the line, right here, you're gonna see that Hal was on the TV screen. A younger version of Hal Jordan is on the TV screen, and Jon Stewart's at home watching Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. And apparently, there's gonna be like this thing of like, I think they're gonna be pushing this. Don't meet your heroes because you're gonna be disappointed, and that's definitely the whole vibe of this. Is that Jon Stewart's gonna be utterly disappointed with the real life Hal Jordan and what he actually is all about.
Only one question.
You have to work for it.
I've been doing this since you were a baby. The only way you're gonna get this ring is over my dead fucking body.
I think he likes me.
The only way you're gonna get this ring is over my dead fucking body.
My bad. I didn't mean to zoom out that much. But right there where Hal says, your only way you're going to get this ring is over my dead fucking body. Like, I know this is HBO Max, so of course they're going to be letting some swear words fly. But just, I don't know why. It just doesn't feel natural coming out of Hal Jordan's vocabulary. Him dropping just particularly like loosely F slurs here and there. That's not really what Hal Jordan is kind of like in his style of his character. So that throws me a little bit off, honestly. And he's very begrudged. He's a very like unkempt, very kind of like jaded old man. And I've already said this. I've already stated this in my video that's posted on the channel. Like, I just think they're pushing this whole thing, how New Hollywood is always pushing it, that you're too old, you need to step aside, your time's up, the old guard needs to change to the new guard. That's always what these people that are in charge of these properties nowadays are trying to push home Like, let your old characters die. Let the ones that we're crafting for you to step aside. And Jon Stewart is not even a character that they came up with, but this version of Jon Stewart that they're going to be pushing down our throats, I already know it's going to be off, and this is not going to be our Jon Stewart. It's not going to be my Jon Stewart for sure.
That fucking body.
I think he likes me. Everybody is lying to us.
And I keep saying this on repeat too, man. What is up with this like backcountry hick town, like Reacher, Yellowstone vibe that they're bringing to it? Like they came up with this series in the last like 3 years is when this was all probably broken down and created, and that was the time of Yellowstone being in its high point heyday. Landman is still very regarded as a good show as well to some people, and Reacher is also a high point and a high very regarded series on Amazon Prime. So they're really reaching, no pun intended, but they're really reaching, and they're really trying to draw a whole lot of that kind of crowd, given the fact that those were the most, I guess you could say, the most recent successes as far as like standalone new property shows that were released recently. So I just don't know why everything has to be the same. Why does everything have to be like another thing? Why can't this be in space?
We're not leaving here until we find out what they're hiding. Dangerous part of the job. You need to be fearless.
So right here, you got John carrying the lantern. Right here, you can see that a whole lot of rubble, a whole lot of destruction, and we're gonna be figuring out what's the deal. But then you got all these cowboys and these sheriffs. They're gonna be pointing this gun. Who wants to put on their bingo card when the show comes out that they make this moment racial? They're gonna make this moment racial, or have John say something about the fact that he had police and a bunch of white men pointing guns at him. Like I'll wait. We'll see what they do. I just know for a fact that they're going to make this about race.
You need to be fearless.
How are you chosen for this?
It's only one question. Are you afraid?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, he totally idolizes Hal, and then when he finally meets him, he's going to be so bummed out and he's going to hate him at the end of it. All right, so we have some more. We got some space shots finally, and this looks like some cracking going on in Earth. If that's the moon, then this is Earth. That's a big old crack going. And then we got some shots right here of old Hal Jordan in the suit that they came up with. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this suit at all. This suit's just real dusty, real brown lanterns. I never signed up for this.
You afraid?
Are you afraid?
And there we go right there. We got a little cameo finally of Guy Gardner wearing his Green Lantern ring. And this has to be Jon Stewart right here in the jail cell, I'm assuming. So we have confirmation. I knew he was casted, but it's now like on screen confirmed that he's going to be dealing with this show. So where does this sit on the timeline? Where does this sit on the timeline with DC? If this is supposed to be, was this supposed to be before the Superman movie, before the events of Superman 2025? Can somebody tell me? Because this makes absolutely no sense, and I don't know why Guy Gardner's in this. Can Jon Stewart take his ring? Can he give his ring to Jon Stewart instead of taking Hal Jordan's ring away? Like, what's the deal? I have no idea what the politics are with this Green Lantern Corps that they're trying to give us. So, all right, let's keep going.
Are you afraid? Are you afraid? Are you afraid?
So I don't know what this is right here that they're injecting him with right there. That right there looks that's suspicious. But we also got some shots right here while they're banging us in our head with the whole like drop shock of "Are you afraid? Are you afraid?" And we're gonna get some shots of Jon Stewart back in his military days for sure. That's what I'm thinking we're gonna be getting here. And this little horizon shot right here, this looks like a different planet. I want to say there's a planet right there under this area right here. There's one right here. So we might be off planet for this one. This definitely isn't Oa. If this is supposed to be what Oa is, then they did it wrong. But well, to be determined.
Are you afraid?
So yeah, I don't know what they're injecting him with right there, but it's going into his like ear side of his head area right there. So that's going to be something. Maybe that's going to be like the push point that gets him to fight with against Hal Jordan or something. I don't know. You never know what they're going to go with these like random arcs that they come up with. So these are definitely going to be some flashbacks, like some war flashbacks, and then, but that right there looks like a green explosion. When you see the source of that explosion right there, there's like a green haze, so that might have to do with maybe Jon Stewart's first meeting with Hal Jordan, like later on in life. I don't know how this is going to pan out, but this trailer is just very confusing, honestly. And the green
was raised fearless, and I'll do this better than he's ever done it before.
right there. Oh, that lady is going to be in the show too. The lady, I forget. I don't know her name. I don't know actors' names like that. I'm not smart. I'm I'm retarded. So, but we have him saying right here, I'll do a better job than he ever could.
And I'll do this better than he's ever done it before.
Then go and get it, Jon Stewart.
And then he wears the ring. Oh, he's got the ring. Oh, green in your face, green. Guys, in your face.
And I'll do this better than he's ever done it before.
Gosh, still with the whole pushing the narrative of like the old guard has to go. God, I can't stop. I can't help it. The great noticing is me noticing they want to kill off all of my old legacy characters and everything that I love. Just tragic.
Then go and get it, Jon Stewart.
All right, so that's it. So that's the Lanterns trailer. Like I said, a whole lot of green in your face, more green than the last one because, the haters were hating. But we answered that. I don't think that's a red construct. The thing between them having only one lantern ring, that still doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Way more zoom in and close-ups on like green construct shit. Close-ups of the ring, of course. I'm telling you, this was a reactionary trailer. The way that they shot and cut this was definitely way more reactionary, even though the green in this is still non-existent. I can't get over the back country road, back Texas vibe of this stuff. Everything's got to be Landman and Yellowstone, and it's just annoying. I'm really tired of seeing this. Like, come up with something better. But yeah, don't meet your heroes or you'll greatly be disappointed. And then Hal's going to be the whole thing if how you live long enough to see your heroes become the villains kind of deal. I definitely think that's where this is leaning. And then there might be a redemption kind of thing that where Hal's doesn't actually become the villain. He sacrifices himself. And then that's what is the push point for Jon Stewart to be stepping up as the main Green Lantern of Earth. But then you have Guy Gardner. And Guy Gardner being there doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me either. If you have one ring between Hal and John and then Guy Gardner has his own ring, like this is just very confusing to me. This is all raw reactions too, guys. So if I'm all over the place for you guys, I apologize. But this is the first time I've actually watched the trailer myself. So I'm digesting it in real time. Yeah, and then this right here was like the big confirmed shot about going off-world. That's what I think this shot right here is. This is off-world something, but we'll see. I think this shot right here has to do, this is going to be like a young Hal Jordan. We're going to get some Hal Jordan flashbacks as well. I think that's what this is going to be right here. So that probably might be the case. And then what? They fucking injected him with the orange goo. What's the orange goo for? I don't know. We got a car explosion. That person's definitely dead. And then more flashback shots of like John Stewart, like military functions possibly. And then again, like character assassination of Hal Jordan needs to step aside.
Then go and get it, Jon Stewart.
And who's that lady connected to Jon Stewart? I have no idea. But yeah, Lanterns teaser 2. Nothing to really get crazy about. All right, let's Let me read a few chats, and then we'll move on to the next thing that I wanted to connect with Green Lantern talk. Like I said, a bit of a shorter show tonight, but it's going to be more like tight and packed in so that it's easier to digest. We might go about like an hour or so tonight. Just a heads up to everybody. So chat says, Brandon said, I can't wait to cover an awesome cast. Oh, the Lanterns trailer or whatever. Or right on. Double A said, I saw it on my scroll and I skipped it. I didn't even watch it. And no problem. No worries, man. I knew I had to watch it tonight, though. Damage Control. Yeah, unfortunately, Double A. They're still going to do my boy Hal dirty. I hate the show already. Yep. Primus. I hate that. Yeah. I hate that ring design. Yeah, the ring design's not too. No, I'm not keen on it, honestly. Double A said, what's the ratio on the teaser trailer? So the ratio, I don't have the attachment that shows the dislikes. I'm such a hater. I already disliked the video when I first had the trailer queued up for the show tonight. I already disliked the video. Number one hater right here, guys. Decrepit is a number one hater. So I don't know what the ratio is on this one, man. If you have the attachment, you go ahead and check it out. But I don't have that Google or that third-party attachment to download on my computer to see the dislikes on stuff. I should, though. I should. That's a good point, actually. Thank you for probably bringing that to my attention. Double A said, I left a dislike too. Yeah, I had to. Brandon said, will this show be the DC version of the Falcon and Winter Soldier? I don't know. It's probably going to be more of a different vibe than that show. That show had like an epilogue kind of feeling to it, like an epilogue of the Infinity like story that happened in Endgame and everything. So that's what that show felt like more or less. I think this show's going to have a totally different vibe to it, but you have like a rookie character and then an older veteran kind of trying to show him the ropes. That's not exactly what the Falcon and Winter Soldier show did in my opinion. But we can digress on that one. I'll stop sharing this one real quick and let's get back to the main screen. There we go. So all that being said, with how much that this Lantern show is getting trashed on its trailers, on its the creators of the show are showing the disrespect that they've been showing and like the absolute arrogance of people that are attached to these projects. I owe an apology, guys. I owe an apology tonight. And this is a big apology that I never thought that I would probably have to make, but I have to make it. And this falls under one of those things that you look back on your life and the way that you critiqued something, the way you went in on it so hard, and then you look back and you say to yourself, like, perhaps I treated you too harshly. Perhaps I treated you too harshly. And when I say I treated you too harshly, I am saying that I'm sorry, Ryan Reynolds, Green Lantern. I am so sorry that I went so hard as I did on this movie, because everything that I want from James Gunn's Lanterns show is basically in this movie, probably almost to a T. If I want something out of that Lantern show, I could probably find it in this movie. I'm looking at this movie more so in retrospect now, like, hindsight's 2020, guys, and we can look at some photos through this film. We're looking at photos from the Green Lantern film from 2011. If you guys aren't watching this on screen, and just even the casting right here, man. This gentleman casted for Sinestro in the 2011 film, like just such a spot on casting, man. What a amazing casting right here. It's a shame that they're not bringing him back, but anyway. This movie had everything, guys. This movie had proper looking Green Lantern suits that basically appeared onto the coating and of the skin of the wearer, like looking really proper, very vibrant green. We get a lot of the original Green Lantern characters on Oa. there's Kilowog right there. We had Sinestro earlier on the screen, and then we got Kilowog too. And the Green Lantern ring in this looks way more authentic as well. We've been complaining about the ring design in the Lantern show coming out from James Gunn. And all of this pieced together, like Abin Sur right here, he looks so good in this shot as well. Like the scene where he was dying in the beginning, like this I honestly, man, I have a lot of regret, like looking back on this movie. And I know that there's shitty comedy. The dialogue is very clunky and not well put together. But this movie looks more so now like a passion project, standing next to what we're going to be getting with James Gunn's Lanterns series. The Guardians in this were depicted very nicely. The CGI is very bleh. CGI is very bleh, and it looks too smooth. And man, dude, I even like the Lantern in this one compared to the Lanterns TV show. So the CGI mask was also a big joke too as well. It made him look funny. People said, "Oh, Asperger's Green Lantern" or Down syndrome Green Lantern, and yada yada. Everyone made fun of the CGI mask, but like I'm saying, like as far as like in scale of the way that they tried to depict the world for this film, like this was all that they showed all of this in the film. We had all of these Green Lanterns that we've known from the comic books like have cameo appearances in this, and they went big with it. They went big on the showcasing of like this entire world. So I didn't think I would ever go back and really look back on this film and feel as much as remorse that I'm feeling right now. And I just this is definitely one of the turnaways, like the whole thing with Parallax and like getting a hold of this guy too. Like that was definitely the big drawback for me, was like the villain choice and like what's the word? I'm trying to think of it. The motivation of the villain and like the way that the plot went together. Yeah, and the casting of her as well was very nice. She's a very good looking lady. What is Hal's oh my god, I'm blanking right now. Fake fan moment, guys. I'm gonna have a fake fan clip that I use for this stream and for Unlimited Tirade. But I think Carol Ferris. I don't know why I said Karen Foster. Carol Ferris is casted in this, and she's just absolutely gorgeous with that actress portraying her. We get a lot of scenes on Oa as well, guys. Oa is depicted very well in this movie, in my opinion. I loved seeing Oa. I love seeing the scenes with Carol and Hal. Man, Abin Sur, dude, I can't get enough of this. And like, of course, yeah, right here, that funny looking CGI mask. I don't know why they did it to him, but it just makes him look so funny. And they gave him those white contacts to make it look like the pure white eyes behind the mask. So I don't know if they were going to CGI it. Why didn't they just go full on CGI the eyes as well? Yeah, but and I'm not, and I like I said, I'm apologizing, and I'm saying that I was a little harsh on this film compared to oh yeah, Mr. Duncan right here voiced Kilowog. I totally forgot about that. But like I said, guys, I know that this movie's not great. I know that it's not the best portrayal, but it's definitely now leaning towards the better portrayal that we've been given, the better adaptation that we have currently at this moment. Because when Lanterns comes out, it's probably going to look very funny standing next to something like this now. But like I said, again, like there was scale to this. There was actual like comic book kind of vibe to everything. The lore was kept up with like origins of Hal and him being in the Air Force, being a pilot in the Air Force, and actually coming upon Abin Sur's crashed spaceship or space pod, I guess you could say, with when the ring summons him to it. So yeah. In blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. In brightest day, oh yeah. Then this was the red carpet event. So yeah, guys, I'm not gonna say that I'm not apologizing for bagging on it fully, but perhaps I perhaps I treated this movie just slightly a bit harsher than I needed to. So we'll go ahead and end that there. Also too, I was gonna say, real quick, February in the chat said it. He said we don't have to become 2011 Green Lantern apologists, but I respect it. He's like, hey man, don't grovel too much. Yeah, Carol Ferris, thank you, Brennan. Yeah, so what I'm gonna say is I would like to actually host a watch party where we go ahead and we rewatch the 2011 Green Lantern film on the channel here. So I'm gonna figure out how to set that up. I don't know if I'm gonna do it via StreamYard. Maybe there's another streaming program that I can use in order for us to do like a watch along or a watch party with me, I guess you could say. But we're gonna figure out. So I'm announcing it right now. We are going to do a 2011 Green Lantern watch party with Decrepit. So definitely be on the lookout for when we want to piece that together. So I think that was the majority of the things that I wanted to cover. I think we're going to go ahead now and take a look at leagueofcomicgeeks.com to see a few of the comic books that are going to be releasing this week on Wednesday. That would be today's the 18th, so the 19th, the 20th of May. Let's go ahead and look out those. Let's go look at the solicitations for May 20th. Let's see. League of Comic Geeks, new releases. There we go. All right, new comics this week. Blah, 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 blah. And let's go ahead and get this on screen, guys. Let's look at some new comics of the week for you all. And don't worry, guys. When we do new comics of the week, we will definitely have a clip where we can play for you guys when we do this. Shout out to everybody in the chat tonight, guys. Appreciate you guys being here. Be sure to like the stream. Be sure to share it too if you feel so bold. And welcome to the community. All right. So for this week of May the 20th, this Wednesday, we have some solicitations to show off for you guys. We have, first on the order of agenda, we have from DC Comics, we got Absolute Flash, number 15 is going to be hitting the rack. Absolute Green Arrow, number 1 is going to be hitting this week. Now, some of the murmur, cough, cough I've been hearing about this one is that they're going slasher horror with Absolute Green Arrow. As you can see right here, you got a whole lot of blood on like some dollar bills and then an evil mask with Green Arrow's likeness on it. So the synopsis for this reads: without the trick arrows, without the money, without mercy, what's left is the absolute hunter. A serial killer is slaughtering corrupt billionaires. The only clue to their identity is the mysterious green arrows sticking out of his victims' corpses. Executive Protection Specialist Dinah Lance, a.k.a. Absolute Black Canary, is one of the people tasked to uncover this murderer's identity as she investigates her suspects. All familiar DC archers, uniquely linked to a recently murdered Oliver Queen. I know what you did last summer for billionaires. Green Lantern, Absolute Green Arrow reimagines the Emerald Archers mythos into a dangerous urban horror murder mystery by Eisner winners Pornsak Pichetso. I don't know how to say that name. Sorry, I butchered it. And Raphael Albuquerque. So we got, this is going to be interesting. We got Green Arrow being like a slasher serial killer against billionaires. I wonder if they're going to depict him going after the billionaire in the Absolute Batman universe. Oh, not Bruce Wayne, I know, because Bruce Wayne in the Absolute Batman story is a poor kid. But how about that artwork? I might actually pick this up just to see what's all the ruckus. This might be cool. I haven't been reading Absolute DC like that. Oh, that's Black Canary's design. So they gave her the short hair. Well, she has a nice build. Oh, they gave her like, look at her arms. They're so big, so muscular. She's so strong. Women strong. But yeah, Absolute Green Arrow number 1. Let's see how that's going to pan out, guys. Let's go back to the list now. Following up after that, we have Nightwing issue number 138 hitting this Wednesday. Batman, Superman, World's Finest number 51. Amazing Spider-Man number 29 is going to be hitting the rack. And we finally get the Invincible Universe Battle Beast number 9. I've been following Battle Beast myself, guys. I'm really hyped to see where the story is going to be taking us for issue number 9. Very excited. So, yeah, definitely cool to be seeing that. We got New Titans issue number 35 coming out. Lobo number 3. I didn't even check out Lobo. I didn't even know the number 1 issue. When did that come out? I've been a little out of loop for this. The synopsis for Lobo 3 says Lobo sits down. Show business and Lobo have concussive creative differences, so he and Dog are back to bounty hunting, but the trade's been professionalized since the universe's premier entertainment corporation took over, and Lobo has to get relicensed, which means a psych eval with an alien empath. Bad news for them, good news for Sarnian history buffs, who'll get a new peek at the twilight of the civilization and the first appearance of a heretofore unknown Green Lantern. So we're going to be getting some more Lobo origin story. Oh, that's a cool fucking cover. That's a sick cover. I need that one right there. Looks like a biker dog cover. That's sick. Okay, I'm sold. I'll get it. I'll check this one out. Lobo number 3, guys. All right. Continuing on. We have right here, we got Fantastic Four number 11, Wonder Woman number 33, Batwoman issue number 3 is going to be hitting the shelf, and then we got Deathstroke the Terminator issue number 3. I haven't even checked out Deathstroke and Terminator at all. Somebody has to tell me if it's any good. Punisher issue number 4. G.I. Joe issue number 22 is going to be hitting the shelf as well. Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon issue number 4. Superman Unlimited number 13. The Monkey of Steel. Rogue issue number 5 is also going to be hitting the shelf this week. Catwoman number 87. I have no idea what Catwoman's about. I have no concept of what that's about. Ultimate Impact Reborn number 1 is hitting the shelf too. Venom issue number 258. I have no idea what's going on with Venom lately either. Odin issue number 1. Sorcerer Supreme issue number 6 from Marvel is going to be hitting the shelf as well. And then we got DC Comics Sirens Love Hurts issue number 4. Image Comics with another Gunslinger Spawn issue number 54 is going to be hitting this week. Inglorious X-Force issue number 5. We got The Walking Dead Deluxe 137. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder number 8. And then down below, getting towards more of the indie stuff, we got Spawn the Dark Ages issue number 6. Rogue Sun issue number 34. And then we have issue number 3 of Nectar from Vault Comics. And then getting into a little more of the niche stuff, there's The Darkness issue number 5 is coming out. Then the Rockefellers issue number 0 is hitting the shelf. That's from Ghost Machine, isn't it? Hold on, let me look at this real quick. Did this series start already? I thought the Rockefellers already was out. Maybe I was wrong. This is like a futuristic, like time traveling family kind of thing. I don't even know anything about that. I have to see what's up with that one because Who Are the Unbelievables prelude. Okay, so that's probably going to be a debut thing. So we'll wait for issue number 1 to hit, and then we'll talk about that one because Ghost Machine's pretty good, and I want to expose Ghost Machine a little bit more on the platform. After that, we got Predator Bloodshed issue number 4 is going to be hitting the shelf. And then we got Adventure Time issue number 13. Thundar the Barbarian from Dynamite Comics issue number 4. All the Barbarian fans want to check that one out. Cyberpunk 2077 Chrome issue number 3. I liked Cyberpunk the video game. I didn't even know they were doing another comic series though. That's cool. Catacomb of Torment from Oni Press with the horror series line that they've been putting out. Issue number 11 on that one, hitting on Wednesday. And then Dick Tracy number 17, Racer X number 7, Dead Teenagers issue number 3, Usagi Yojimbo Kaido issue number 3, Zorro issue number 1 from Alien Books. I didn't know a Zorro book was coming out. That's pretty cool news. Vampirella issue number 2 from Dynamite with another hot smoking Lucio Parillo cover. What the heck? I know there's gooners in the chat. Let's go ahead and look at this one. Vampirella issue number 2. Family plot continues as Dracula, Lord of Vampires, faces off against Vampirella when he returns to claim Vampy's twin, Draculina. Sick, sick, sick. Let's go ahead and look at the covers. Of course, guys. Of course, we'll look at the covers. Oh, that one's nice. Very, very nice stuff, guys. Very nice stuff. Why not? Why not? This right here is just that's Derek Cho just went and that's a lot of thick, Derek Cho. That's a lot of thick, Derek. Oh, of course, nice little Michael Linzer variant. Those are nice too. Oh, dude, they're killing it with biker shit this month. I'm impressed. Oh, dude. Yeah, we're gonna have to probably get off this because everybody's gonna start losing their minds. And of course, nice cosplay variant cover. Yeah, who doesn't want more of this? All right, well, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Let's not dwell. We should have a segment where we just look up like comic book baddies, and we just share them all through and gawk at them. Dark Souls Mother of Mourning issue number 4 from Manhouse Publishing is going to be also hitting the shelf this week, and a few more, and I think that might wrap up our new books for the week announcements. Young Hellboy Thrilling Sky issue number 1. Then we got Gachamon number 18 is also hitting the shelf. And I think that might be it. Then we got some facsimiles. Battle Beast Universe Battle Beast number 1, 7th printing. Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah, I think then we just got reprints and facsimiles. So that's a little quick recap or a little quick preview, I should say, of the issues. I'm really excited for Absolute Green Lantern number 1. I'm definitely probably gonna get like a copy or two of that one for sure. But yeah, that's the new comics of the week, guys. May 20th, 2026. Go to your local comic books stores and go let them know what you want to see on your pull list. All right. Real quick before we start to wrap it up, like I said, guys, a little tight knit show tonight, real jam packed, about like an hour or so. Oh, we're over an hour actually. Matter of fact, so we'll be wrapping up soon. Brandon said the Absolute Universe is complete shit. I wouldn't wipe my ass. Well, I don't say it's complete shit. I just think that there's definitely some stuff out there that I don't vibe and I don't jive with. The Absolute Green Lantern book was just a mess. I bought the issue 1 of that one and I tried to read it and I was just horrible. Absolute Martian Manhunter was cool at first 3 issues or so. It was nice to read that one because it was a little different. The artwork style is very wacky, very colorful, very kaleidoscopish, but it wasn't for me. Absolute Wonder Woman was the one that I liked the most out of all of them. Absolute Superman was meh. Absolute Batman, I get it. Like I get why people like it, but I'm not too big on Scott Snyder's writing that one, isn't he right now? Isn't he on that? Isn't Scott Snyder on the Absolute Batman story? I've been out of the loop for the Absolute Universe that I just completely forgot if he's writing it. But yeah, I'm sure Scott Snyder is on that one writing it. And I'm just kind of Snydered out. I'm just kind of Scott Snydered out. Yeah. After his stuff with Court of Owls, like nice contribution. I appreciate it, but he's not my go-to when I want to see Batman work done in comic books. Real quick, Jordan EU Purist is in the building. Sounds fine. Hail Brothers Decrepit, Brandon, John Gets Gaming, and everyone. Shout out to Jordan in the chat. Good to see you, bro. February said, I'm sold on the Absolute Green Arrow concept. Yeah, me and February are going to read it. Let's read it this Wednesday, guys, and next Monday on next episode of Hang Out With Your Floppy, we'll do an Absolute Green Arrow review for you guys. Brandon said, no, not you two, Decrepit. I'm sorry, man. I want to check out that one. I might not be like into the Absolute Universe, but I want to check out that one. Let's see what that one looks like. Just for shits and giggles. He said, sorry, Brandon. Yeah, me and February are in on it. But and then Brandon said, yep, Scott's been involved in the shit show that is Absolute Batman. Okay, yeah, I figured. I just had to confirm. All right, guys. I think that's gonna probably wrap up the show. Like I said, I just wanted to go about like an hour long. Didn't want to really talk your guys' ear off too much past that, and I think I covered all the ground that I needed to. I probably kind of dragged on a little bit and kind of just word saladed over the Lanterns teaser 2 trailer, but we'll go ahead and give me a pass. I guess that was my first time seeing that trailer live with you guys, so we'll go ahead and just we'll just go look past that. If there's nothing else, anybody in the chat have anything else, any comic book recommendations in the chat, feel free to drop them right now. We're going to be ending the show in just a moment, and then we can get on with our lives. Real quick, I'm looking for something that I set to the side for the ending here, but I just wanted to see if it's here. It might not have uploaded because my computer has been on some bullshit. I need to upgrade my computer so bad. It's just at this point it's just fucking embarrassing how slow I operate stuff. All right. It's not here. It's okay. It's not here, but we'll go ahead and wrap up regardless. I appreciate everybody. That was in tune tonight for the live stream. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to you guys on the replay. If you're watching this, let us know what you think in the comment section. I don't know why I'm just fucking all over with my tongue getting twisted tonight, but let us know what you guys think in the comment section. If you guys want to be part of the conversation, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. And thank you guys so much for joining Hang Out with Your Floppy, where we talk comic news, superhero-tisms, and review our favorite books, trades, and strips. I am Decrepit, the hooded lad in the corner of the cantina, and thank you guys so much for watching. So may the force be with you all. Now piss off. Good night, everybody.
Mondays 9 p.m. Let's go! Floppy!